Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome to Saturday morning's messages of love from above. So good to see everyone. And just going to get my desktop all set up here and we will get started. Um, Before we jump in, though, if you're enjoying the free readings, please make sure to give the video a little thumbs up. That lets me know that you're enjoying the videos, but also lets YouTube know that you're enjoying it and they want to share these with other people as well. So you can be part of the giant love tsunami. So thank you guys for all of you that do that. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And almost done here. I think we're good there. Let's move that over a little bit. There we go. Excuse me. All right. So, I did want to start off making sure everyone was aware that I do, well, I did put out a winter summer solstice, pick a card reading. There it goes. And there's actually a theme for each sign too. So, in addition to having three pick a card options, there's also timestamps to jump to a special, like part two of the readings, where you can actually choose for each zodiac sign. I'll even put in there a little screenshot, and it's in the description box of that video too. Each of the planets and what it rolls over, so that you can, even if you know your birth chart, like go look at your Mars sign and see over that 3-month period how you're going to be interacting with the male authorities and divine masculine energy. Or if you want to know about love, you go check your Venus sign and even moon sign. And so it's really cool. So if you want to check those out, those of course are all free. And what else? Oh yeah, of course, summer solstice marks Capricorn season. So happy birthday to all you sun baby Capricorns. In this video, again, there's a choice of the 3 different pick a cards for the Capricorn season. And for you sun babies of Capricorn, there's a special birthday bonus reading with a 3-month forecast for you. So be sure to check that out. And if you haven't looked at the monthly giveaway video, I do have giveaways usually each month, and this video talks about who won in November and the changes I'm making for the giveaways, and a chance to win a 30-minute past life reading. That's right, I'm now offering past life readings. Here's the video of the announcement of that. It tells you what comes in a past life reading. And introductory rate, they're half off until the end of this year, so still have a couple weeks left on that. So sorry. So those are the announcements to start off. So that's the way it works. And if you're new to my channel or new to these readings, welcome. Got a great host of beautiful souls here with huge hearts and great senses of humor, which is a great combination. So welcome. And all the description of how everything works with the readings is in the description box of the video. But the short and fast is, anyone makes a donation, I do honor those as an energy exchange. I step out of the free readings, dive deeper into those, and then return back. I do go down in order, first come, first serve through the chat, and that's how the free readings work. But if you want to prioritize it, a donation of any kind works, and how you make donations are all listed in the description box. All right, so that's all the blah, blah, blah. So let's get started. I am going to be using this beautiful deck here, the Enchanted Furhaxa, I think is probably how you maybe might pronounce that. Maybe not, but that's the how it's spelled anyway. So I do have a couple donations, so we will start with those first. And so let me scroll up here. All right, so Supernova, thank you so much for your donations. And shout out to, she's also a one of my YouTube members. You'll see their names in green, and they have a little badge. So shout out to you if you're interested in becoming one of my YouTube members, channel members. You can. There's a link in the description box in the video as well. All right, so let's give the first donation some love, since it lets me do that. And you want to know messages from Kurt Spirit. I love Kurt's energy. Let's see what's going on here. I feel like they do want to talk to you from the Sacred Forest Oracle. So let's take a look here. And no, none of those. All right. because that would be too easy on the first try. Let's try the third try. Okay, there it is. All right. Busy bee, busy bee. So you got the, let's see here. Why isn't it? See if it'll. It's like, come on. Smack the camera here so it will focus in a little bit here. See, maybe it's just focusing on me too much. But it is the bee spirit, which is prosperity. So sorry. Clearing my pipes still this morning, evidently. Sorry you guys have to hear that. So, the bee spirit and prosperity. So, this is what Kurt has for you. Says, in the meadow, the flowers are heady with their sweet scents. Bees flit from flower to flower, their droning sounding like the combined chants of 1,000 monks. As you watch, you can sense their focus on productivity and working in community. The result of their industry is golden amber honey. Beautiful. So, this card can be a wonderful sign that abundance and sweet energy is coming your way. It also can be a card of productivity and organization. Uh-oh. So if you've been indecisive, disorganized, and unfocused, this card can mean that it's time to focus. So Kurt is saying, all right, here we go. Reprioritize your life. Have you been too busy with nothing to show for all your work? Decide what is most important and take steps in those directions. To activate the prosperity you desire, this card can also can signify that it's time to work hard. Be willing to put in time and energy, and your goals will be attained. Your efforts will pay off. Bees work together, so also consider whose energy aligns with yours and how you might collaborate to achieve your desires. By doing this, good fortune will ensue. Excuse me. I love this. This is so on point for you right now. Throughout history, bees and their productivity are admired because they bring us honey, which is associated with the sweetness of life, nourishment, and wealth. Honey is also associated with gold in many legends. The message that the bee spirit brings, and of course, this is from Kurt, is that with diligent work, you will gain gold. And the spirit of the bee says, the sweet abundance of the universe is flowing into your life. However, you need to take action and perhaps join with others to align with the frequency of your dreams. Believe that you deserve, and your goal will unfold. So, very fitting for you at this point in your life, Supernova. You know, living your dreams, taking action. They're saying there's a lot of stuff coming in from the universe for you towards your dreams and sharing your music and doing all that. But it's a time to take action. Put effort into it. What's most important? Clear away the stuff that's not for towards your dream and make movement. Take steps and then the next step and then the next step. Don't get overwhelmed with all the steps. You know, the bees don't go, "Oh my god, you know how many days we're going to have to work before we can get the honey going?" They're like, "Nope." They just enjoy the moments, but it's action, it's activity, it's taking action. And I love that the mention of community too, because we've talked about finding your tribe, finding your music community, and interacting with them. And because you're going to find supporters, mentors, people that are going to help you on your path, people that you're going to help on their path, collaborating both musically and your lives. So I like that. So chop chop is what Kurt is saying. All right. So I love that for you. Let me just move this over here. All right. I'm so sorry. Let me take a sip here. You ever have one of those frogs in your throat that are like, I ain't going nowhere? That's what's happening. So, all right. So that is what we have for your first reading there. I love that. And then thank you for your second donation. Let's give that some love there. And you want messages from your spirit guides. And for that one, I'm actually being drawn to another oracle deck, which is the Enchanted Map Oracle. And let's see what direction they want to give you. It's like they're giving you a little treasure map for your life here. And let's see. They do want that one right there. And we'll see if they have anything else. You can't make this up. Then you got movement card. I think they're all kind of in the same, let me see here. I just want you to see if you can see up close here. The hot air balloon on the back of an ostrich. I love it. Card 28, which adds up to 10, which is endings and new beginnings, and movement, right? So let's take a look here. You are in a time of positive forward motion. And this is the time for positive momentum as you come out a period of restriction. You're in a stage of a new adventure and discovery. You may feel compelled to take a trip, change your hair, or move your home or business. Regardless, you can't remain where you are anymore. And that could be, if it's not physically, it is metaphorically and in your journey. Regardless, like it says, you can't remain where you are anymore. You feel compelled to go forward. And no matter what your inquiry, you will see your dreams take form and doors previously shut begin to open as if by magic. You can't make this up. Movement is also a state of mind. The fog lifts, and you now know the actions you need to take. This isn't the time for fear. Let it go and move forward. I like reading the reversals of these two just in case there's any messages in here. Um, and I feel led to do it in this one. It says, do you feel as if you're walking in circles, seemingly not getting anywhere? Consider the spiral. I put consider and spiral together. consider consider the spiral that travels up and around. 2 steps forward, 5 steps back. Even backward movement helps you progress and reach your goal. You may need to revisit some of the places where you forgot to look for treasure. There's that treasure map. Another message is this: lessons need repeating for those who refuse or are unable to learn them the first time. Consider this another invitation to mastery. And I like that. There's some things that need repeating because we learn in our human lives through repetition anyway. You know, um, that's how all this stuff in our head is formed. All the supposed tos and shoulds and need tos and have tos and musts that come in, right? We learn that all through repetition. Continual punishment, continual praise, we take it on. Well, to think that we're gonna like learn it the first time through too is like, eh, uh, we repetition creates a new habit too, and so and and we've talked to too before. I think about sometimes it doesn't feel like we're progressing because we're in a upward spiral, a circular one. And so we come back to this point, we come back to this point, we come back to the same points over and over again. It's just another floor up as we're circling and going up. And sometimes we're like, oh, this again, but it's not, we're not in the exact same space. We're a floor above or a couple floors above it. And then we're like, oh, okay. And we're learning more and more as we go through that. So I like that. Let's see. I also have the Good Tarot by Colette Baron Reed, who the Enchanted Map. She's the author, and I feel like I want to pull two more from here. Yeah, yeah. And we do. We have the High Priestess here coming in, and the Four of Earth coming in. Four of Earth is a solid foundation in the outside world, and the High Priestess is about taking a step back, connecting with spirit, going behind the veil, diving deep into the emotions, and of course, trusting your gut and your instinct as you move forward. Not fearing, putting the fear behind, knowing that you have a solid path ahead of you. And as you said, so much support, and they very are much supporting you on your path. But all of them are going, go, 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 go for movement, right? Go, oh, they're chanting like behind you, because they see that your energy is building and you're moving forward. Even though you don't feel like you're moving forward, your energy is, and they're opening paths before you that you've asked them to before you came down here. And don't like they're saying, don't forget, we're always here to help you too. Behind you. Yeah, they're like they clear their throat behind you to let you know we're here. So synchronicities, repeating numbers, when you see stuff like that, try to make it like this indicator that spirit is going, we're here for you, we're supporting you. What would you like us to do? Ask us for answers, for signs, for clarity, for creativity, different things like that, and they will be there to help you and assist you. So I love it. Very, very supportive. I love those messages. So that's what they have for you right now, Supernova. So thank you so much for your dual donations. I see you just made another one, so we'll be down to you there in a moment. And we'll move down here. So we've got Asuna-san. Thank you for your donation. Let me give that some love. And then Natasha and Barb, and then Supernova. That's where we'll head to next year. All right. So Asuna, let's jump over here to the Enchanted for Haxa Tarot. They want to know, does Wilden still want me? If he's smart, but that's under review, right? Let's take a look here. uh, we got Aquarius moon energy today, so and I'm Aquarius sun. So you're in for a treat. Little snarky, fun, sassy energy coming in today. All right. Interesting. So let's take a look here and see what this first card is. You got the Queen of Earth coming in first, which is Queen of Pentacles, Mother Nature, Mother Nurture coming in. And then the next card to that was the Three of Fire, Three of Wands. So, the Three of Wands is about a change of direction. And when I'm looking into their energy, this Queen of Earth, they're in this process of really a lot of self care, um, self nurturing, their own. That's what's really standing out to me is that they're really taking this deep dive. And I feel like they've pulled away from everything in their life and they're wanting to take some different avenues in their life. And I don't feel like it's like they want to date all these people and different things like that. I feel like they're just in this big like alteration of their life. Like they just felt so down and so empty and so lost and so frustrated. Let me see what these other cards, because you got one, and then you got two cards, one card, two cards, like a giant I. Oh, that makes sense. So they're really focusing on me, I. And let's see here. What's in the center of it? Let's look at that first. Yeah. So the Four of Swords is this, mental stability. They're trying to get their head around what they want in life, facing a lot of their fears, which is what I felt there with that. They're just tired, exhausted from trying to please everyone in the world. And I feel like they're in this thing. And so I don't feel like it's geared totally at you. Um, Let me see what they've got here. Yeah. So I don't feel here that they are like not wanting you. They just don't know what they want in life. Because the two cards on the top we got are the Full card and the Three of Swords. Three of Swords is basically expectations equal disappointment. It's like the big fear card. Normally there's a big heart with a bunch of swords stuck in it, which is what I feel like they were under so many expectations and disappointments in life that they were told a lot that they were a disappointment and that they were also disappointed a lot in their world. The full card, which is the first card in the major arcana, follows the world card, the last card in the major arcana, which is ending of old cycles and beginning of a new adventure, free from all this. And so with this combination, it definitely confirms here that they are just in this place in their life where they're like focusing on, what do I want? Instead of trying to please everyone else, um, which is family and, people who they feel judge them and, all their family and friends mainly. They're like, "What do I want with my life? Where do I wanna go? If I can step out from this cage that I've had myself in, where do I wanna go? I don't wanna do that anymore. I can't continue that anymore." This is what this 3 of Wands is, a bunch of self-care, and it's also reiterated here. And we've got the 9 of Earth, which is the 9 of Pentacles, and the 6 of Earth, 6 of Pentacles. Now, both of these talk about self-worth and finding their self-worth in relationship to the outside world in a different way. The 9 is the hermit's journey, and so this is about them wanting to feel independent and going deeper into, their worth and who they are. They're with spirit here. And then, the 6 of Earth, the 6 of Pentacles, tells us a lot about their self-worth and that they, you know, um, when we're all young, 7 years old and younger, we that's when we form our emotional rate of exchange, like, where we learn that I have to give 1,000 love coins to the important people in my life to get 1 love coin back, because it's usually parents or people who are busy and they don't have, they're splitting their, emotional their emotional coins, their love coins between their partner, other children, family, friends, work, their life. So they've got a lot of, things at that point in their life that they're just pouring everything out. They don't have a whole lot to spare. And so we give so much to give so little. And then that sinks in and it runs on autopilot. And that's what they're realizing is that they've been over giving to so many things in their life, getting so little, and the 6 and the 9 of the Pentacles is this journey with everything else that they're discovering their worth, trying to find out who they are, what they want in life, free from all those rules that they have put towards their worth. So, I don't feel like they're pushing you away. I feel like spirit is just wanting you to know they're on this big me, I. Who am I? What do I want? I don't know, blah, blah, blah. So they haven't like said, I don't want you. They're just like, well, I'm going to put you over here on the table of things that I think I want, but I got to figure out what I want. And they're in this big discovery part of their life. So hopefully that makes sense, Asuna. And if you know their life, that you might see that that resonates and go, yeah, they're going through huge transformational times in their life. They could even be losing like a parent, who's passing away, or there's something that's really triggered this in their life where either they got a bunch of stuff they wanted and they feel empty, or things were falling out of their life and they're realizing I don't need that stuff and I don't know what I want, kind of thing. So sorry. So that's what they have for you, Asuna. So thank you again for your donation and hang in there. Just, um, I don't feel like Spirit's saying, "Oh, it's a waste of your time, don't put energy into it." I feel like they're going, "See what plays out," kind of energy. So I like that, because otherwise, if they're like, they're gonna figure things out or it's gonna take forever, they usually tell me that, like, "Girl, they're gonna be like forever, and I don't know if it's worth the wait." I don't feel like this. I feel like this is like just trust what's unfolding. So there you go. All right. Many blessings. And Natasha, let me give your donation some love here. Thank you so much for your donation. Anyone to know, what should you expect or know regarding love and work? All right. Let's see. What does Spirit, okay. What does Spirit want you to know right now? Expect or know. Just what's going on here with love and work. All right. Let's see what's going on here. Well, you do have the energy that's bubbling below the surface. Excuse me. There. The frog has left the building. All right. So we got the magician card coming in here, which, talks about the underlying energy of movement forward, of action, of magic happening, of being a conduit of this beautiful love energy you have in your heart with up above, and it's coming through and it's flowing out to the world. So this is a message of taking action. You know, we have divine masculine, divine feminine energy within us. Divine masculine energy, which is this magician card is boom, move, take action, you step forward, you don't wait like the chalice going, all right, is it going to rain? I need to be filled. Hello. This is about doing what you can, you stepping forward in love and work and expressing yourself, making movement, making plans. What do you want to do? What's the next steps? There's this magical energy for you regarding both love and work. Let's take a look here and see what your cards say here. Yeah. Yeah, definitely coming in here because you have the Knight of Earth, which is the slowest moving knight out of them all, which, I feel like this is where we're coming from, that you've been patiently waiting for some things to unfold, some things to come forward, but Spirit's like the time is done for that, right? You have this Two of Fire, the Two of Wands, which is this magician energy in action, which tells us that whatever we focus our energy on is what grows and expands. So if I focus on both for love and work, they're like the combine these together because it impacts every area of your life. If I focus on what I feel is missing in my life or what I hate or what I fear will not come into my life or not leave my life or fear what will come in or what will leave my life, then, they have this we like attracts like, so we'll draw that in and we expand it. It's like a little kid going into a donut shop. I love this example because it's such a good visual. Little kid pointing at the little counter at a donut, over and over and over again. The baker loads up a dozen of it and gives it to him, and the little kid's like, "Gross! I hate these donuts." And the baker says, "Well, rather than focus on what you hate and what you don't like, focus on what you do love, what you're grateful for, what brings you joy, laughter, peace, and then we'll give you dozens of that instead." So I like this action of realizing where I'm focusing my magic, where I'm focusing my energy, what am I drawing towards me? Whatever I focus the most on draws faster to me, right? And I do love here you've got two number fours, Four of Wands, Four of Air, mental stability and energetic stability. So I love this balancing of things coming in here, and it brings in some much needed kind of peace into your life, right? I feel like things have been in an upheaval. And when you realize, oh, when I'm focusing on my fears, I'm growing my fears. When I'm focusing on the drama, I'm saying, I want more drama. And then they're like, ta da, order up, here's more drama. Instead of, what I'm grateful for and things, then that does expand and come in more for you. Let's take a look here and see what else happens here. Yeah. So for work, you get the Ace of Swords. So new ideas, new communication. And I like that coming in here for you because I feel like for work and for job, it's about breaking out of the old rut and doing the old stuff that you've always done. And I feel like it's an exciting time for you to explore a new avenue of job, doing something more that brings you joy, something that you wake up in the morning excited to go to instead of feeling like, how many times can I hit the snooze alarm before I go? I feel like there is this change, and with this in this place of peace of mind, you're able to step and see all the expectations that you've grown up with, like, supposed to, like, "Well, I'm supposed to do this kinda job. I feel safe and secure doing this job because it's something I've done all the time," but it's like, what's something new and exciting for you? And I feel like Spirit is nudging you towards doing something different, and, open your mind and don't they're showing me, like, if you ever go to a website for job searches and they have all these little boxes where you click customer service, this, that, and you choose the old, you know, um, same old, and then it filters out and only gives you what you're used to. They're saying uncheck them all. See what comes out, what interests you, And if it's like something needs a degree, something needs certification, something needs something, and you're like, I wonder what that job is. I wonder what that employee investigate it. If it draws you into it, pursue it and look for it. And if it requires some sort of education, look into it. Look at how much you need, how what kind of financial aid you can get, what kind of loans, what kind of opportunities, and don't let anything hold you back. I feel like this is an exploration into something totally outside your comfort zone for work. And then for love, you got the 9 of water, which is emotional dreams come true. It does start here with this, the energy of, um, inward, because the 9 is the hermit's journey. So you're looking inward, filling up with this love that fills up and overflows. So you do have this great possibility of a love coming in that seems like a dream come true for you. And it's because it does start with your inner love, because you won't find the love you're looking for out there. It can only give us conditional love. What your soul is hungry for is the unconditional love that we find inward and upward, the eternal unconditional love of the spirit world. And once you connect with that and sit in that, you do fill up like a chalice and it overflows out to the world. And then where all that love and all that stuff in the outside world has been falling short and feeling disappointing and lacking, it transforms into above and beyond extra, because we can only find that satisfaction in our own heart. And it doesn't mean we stop wanting from the outside world. It just, we stop needing it, and we want it too, and we fill up on the inside, and above and beyond extra is what comes from the outside world. So it does transform your world from a place of lack to a place of abundance as well. So I like that for you, Natasha. So hopefully that helps there, and many blessings to you. Again, thank you for your donation. And then Barb, hello, hello. You are up. Let's give that some love here. So thank you for your donation. You want to know, what does your sister-in-law think about you? Uh-oh. You are brave. I'm just kidding. When we ask about what other people think of us, I love the meme that says, other people's opinion of us is none of our business. And it's because when we realize that uh, what people see when they look at us, we're a mirror. We're all mirrors for each other. And when I look at you, and what I see is a reflection of what I recognize within myself in some way. And so, and what you look at when you see me is some sort of recognition of things that you recognize within yourself. Both the beautiful things, the powerful things, and the irritating things. It's all in here. And so when we ask about what does my sister-in-law think of me, it's like, well, what's going on in her? Because, it will be a reflection of what's going on with her. So we will take a look here and see what is her opinion of what she sees when she looks in the mirror, but keep in mind that a lot of it has to do about her. And we can take a look here too. I feel like I'm going to do those three or that, but I want to ask, just what energy, what's their energy when they interact with you? Because I feel like that's more of what we want to know, is like, what do they pick up from me? What kind of energy do they pick up from me? Because that would be the what they're picking up. And that, again, we don't see the world as it is. We see the world as we are. So I could see, if I see the world is at war, it's because I'm at war inside of me somehow. If I see the world as loving, in that moment, I'm finding love inside me, right? So let's take a look here. Let's see what the your sister-in-law feels here. Okay. So the three cards here, you got the 8 of fire, and the 8 of fire is a lot of energy. So they see you as someone fast moving that has a lot of, go, 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 a lot of passion in life, which is great. 8 is a very powerful card. So they just feel you hold this power, this energy, and this flow. And so I like that. You also, another 8. we have the Eight of Swords, and the Eight of Swords does tell us here um, with that it's you know, she sees you as someone who you're growing, you're constantly looking for self growth, and you're always looking into like what of your own thoughts make you feel blinded and bound and trapped, and you're always looking at um, not that you're always reading a self-help book, but that's kind of the attitude. They're like, you're always working on yourself. Don't you get tired of that? And you're like, no, because you know, they're like anchors holding you back. And the more you look at stuff, the more you can be free. I feel like that's the kind of energy they feel from you. And I love this too with the Four of Earth, the Four of Pentacles, because this tells us that um, they feel safe around you. You know, it's like you create this beautiful home feeling, and I feel like they enjoy coming over or experiencing your home whenever they can, because I just for some, I mean, this energy that you have just makes them feel safe. It makes their inner child feel safe and in control. They don't have these fears triggering. It's like a safe zone for them, which is interesting. I love that. So that's those, and then their energy, yeah. And so, yeah, they definitely see you as someone very fiery. You got the Three of Wands and the Ace of Wands. So, Ace of Fire, they see you someone with that has new passions, new things. The Three of Wands is changing directions. So, in a way, they see you because I feel like your sister in law is someone who is they will not rush into things. They will research, overthink, overdo things to make sure, and then start slowly taking steps into things. And I feel like they see you because this is their norm. They will like they see you as going from one thing to another thing to another thing to another thing, but it's because you are a go-getter, right? You are like zip zip zip. If you are a fire sign, that would make total sense too, but you're just like, yeah, look before you leap, but don't like sleep. Don't fall asleep, while you're looking, leap, and so you might see them as someone who is overly cautious, and they might see you as someone who's not cautious enough, because you're on kind of almost opposites in a way. I feel with this energy, so I like that. Yeah, and on the bottom of the deck, hilarious, Queen of Fire. So they do see you as this fiery personality that you walk in a room, people notice. You have this glow about you, this energy, whatever you put your mind to, boom, boom, boom. And so they do see you as this. They're like, wow, I wish I could bottle your energy, but it's because you don't hold yourself back. You really look at your fears, and that's why you're able to move so fast. You don't have all these anchors holding you back like we were talking about, and they're just like, wow. So there's kind of, I wouldn't say envy, because it scares them how you can just leap into stuff, and they're like, how can you just do that without knowing all this stuff? But that Queen of Fire, she's the one that I love that that came out in the bottom, because the Queen of Fire, out of the all the royal and the wands, all the in the standard tarot, the page, the knight, and the king have a little salamander who protects them from risk. But the Queen of Wands is the only one that has a black cat instead. And the black cat represents the cups energy, the water energy that all the queens have, which is their connection to spirit, intuition, empathic abilities. And the Queen of Wands has a natural connection to spirit anyway. That combination means she's very intuitive, that she doesn't need the protection of the salamanders for risk, because she has such a strong connection with spirit. She doesn't feel like she's risking. She just goes with the gut, knows like, if you're a sudden decision needs to be made, you follow your gut and you make it, and everything just falls into place. So like, how do you do that? And you're like, I got connections, So I love that for you. And that's what's coming in, Barb. So hopefully that resonates for you, and that's what they have for you right now. And then, so we got Supernova, and then Mia Mia, you'll be up after that. So Supernova, thank you for your additional donation. And you want to know, you're welcome, Barb. And Natasha, you're welcome. If I missed you, sorry. I see that you said thank you now. All right. So, uh, you want to know what your current guides' feelings are and clarity. All right. So let's take a look here. I feel like I'm going to start here. They're just going Oracle, all Oracle on you today. We got Earth. Oh, yeah. Earth Magic Oracle. Wow. How funny. And even said magic. Whoa. And here's the Earth Magic cards that they're drawing me to. Your guides are just too funny. Let's see what we've got here. Oh, wow. Look at this. Childhood innocence. Let's see if it'll focus in here. Yeah, there it goes. Look at that. Sun shining. And that's funny when you were asking before about, the knowing spirit since you've been very young here, which is amazing because they're have the light shining down on you from the clouds. So let's take a look here and see what spirit wants you to know in any clarity. So the light from the heavens falls upon the children through the rays of the sun that illuminate their presence like a spotlight. Oh my gosh. The little girl reaches out to these bright beams, and these elements together portray an idyllic childhood activity for many of us who have had the privilege of exploring the natural world. The blanket of lush meadow grass embraces a small pond, which leads to a more distant valley, one that is darker and shrouded by the very clouds that also produce the remarkable play of light. In in their exploration of the world, it's inevitable that these children will at some point lose their original innocence. It doesn't have to be a permanent loss, however. We don't need to live in a constant fear in anticipation of such an event, nor do we have to reconcile the loss of that state of purity by constantly romanticizing the past and missing out on the present. The wisdom and faith we've accrued from our life experiences are keys to recapturing that state of innocence. The light that will guide us through any dark passage is the light of spirit from within that connects us with Source. Finding our innocence once again, we become aware that it was never lost, just forgotten. Wow. And then the message for the card for you says, innocence is not simply the lack of guilt or shame, but a quality in itself, one that you naturally possess when you first come into this existence. There are challenges you have faced throughout life that have further shaped your personality and character. You have also likely encountered moments following a disappointment or loss when you turned sour or cynical, and no doubt have had times when layers of anger or fear block the flow of your vitality, your life force. Yet, in spite of all this, there is a core of innocence that you can reawaken by releasing any shame that has covered over the truth of who you are. Take any opportunity to heal this shame and let it go so you can revisit that state of purity. Doing so helps you see every moment with fresh eyes and removes the filters that inhibit your light and love from coming forth. You truly are a child of God, so allow yourself to be that. Wow. And I love it. This year was 2023 for me was the year of the Trinity, with the three, of course, in 2023. And it's beautiful because what they touched my mind as I was reading that, and then the last sentence, I'm like, okay, yeah, definitely. They want to share this for you and for anyone else that this resonates with. Of course, is that we all are part of a Trinity. The Trinity in the Christian faith is Father, Son, and Holy Ghost, but it's Father God, the Comforter, Holy Spirit is the divine feminine energy, so that's mother, and then, of course, Christ the child. And we have that ability to have that type of relationship with spirit and with the creator, the mother and father of all things. We can have this only child relationship with them because creator has the ability to be everywhere all at once, present 100%. There, that's how powerful we all are on the other side. And so they don't have to split their attention between the trillions and trillions and quadrillions and gazillion, however many souls and beings there are. They don't have to like split it out, going, I only have so much time and energy for you. It's like, no, they can be with us. Like we're an only, even an only spoiled child where they're like, we love, they can give us that attention and love and resources and everything as if we are their only child. And I love that type of energy coming in here. And I feel like that's what they're wanting you to know is that you are seen, you're important, you're the only, you can have this type of relationship where you're not having to share the love like we have to do in human form, where there's only so much that we can receive. They're like, it is unlimited, it is ever present, it is eternal. And I love that you are the child of the creator and you can have this only child relationship with them. See what else they want. Any clarity around this at all? All right. Yeah. Yeah. And they have the Queen of Cups, which is all about, she's got double cup energy. All the queens get roll over their own suit and they're all given a second portion of water. So she's the ruler of emotion, which makes her very intuitive, very connected to spirit. And the Four of Fire represents balanced energy, but it's joy, celebration, and a gathering of sort. And I love this particular deck because it shows like all these cocoons, and this person is being birthed out of the cocoon, and they're not alone in the birthing here. And so I feel like they're showing you that you're not alone in any of this. They have constant attention. You're surrounded by, if you could see how much the multitude of beings that are around us in the spirit world, we would be like, wow, it's almost like being in a concert in a stadium, like Taylor Swift in the middle with all these thousands and thousands of people. That's what I see when I connect to the spirit world. And I see someone in the middle that there's space around them, but they've got all this attention, all these massive multitudes of people, beings of love and light that are supporting us. So I love that for you. And so I feel like that is what they want you to know right now. Supernova. So many blessings to you. I like it. All right. And then Mia, you are up next. Let's give you some love for that donation there. Thank you so much for that. And dear, you want to ask, what will F think about you as a person and woman when he knows you better? All right, let's take a look here. So, of course, his perceptions of you will always be based on his own filters, right? Because we don't see the world as it is. We talk about that a lot on this channel because, we're taught so much here to look at what do people think about us? What do people think about us? What do people think about us? Because we're taught that when we're younger, we got to be in the good graces of mama and papa, whoever or whoever's our guardian, because if they're unhappy, we're unhappy. If they're happy, we're happy. We get rewarded. If they're unhappy, we get punished. And so we are taught to please the tribe, make sure everyone's happy with us, and what do they think of us? Because we got to know, because we don't want to be on the chopping block, and we just want to get the affirmation that we're closer to making them happy than closer to making them unhappy. And so we definitely understand where it comes from. We're kind of conditioned into that, and our human is kind of designed to be a judger and a contraster because that's the experience we want to have down here. We don't have it back on the other side. There's no judgment, there's no right or wrong, there's no supposed to. It's all adventure. And they look at this life, and that's when we ask, well, what am I supposed to do? They're like, what do you want to do? Well, what am I supposed to do? Whatever you want to do. Well, I don't want to do the wrong thing. There is no wrong thing. Well, I don't want to make the wrong choice. There's no wrong choice. There's just different experiences. And when we are able to comprehend that and go, yeah, we have more of an adventure here than like feel like we're in a sweat house where we have to work and work and work. It's all about the job, right? So I love that, all preemptive here about what they are going to think about you. So just realize it comes from their perspectives. We don't see the world as it is, we see the world as we are. So it depends on the moment of what they're going through too. But we're going to get the overall energy of what they will pick up from here as they get to know you more and more. The underlying energy on the bottom here is you have the 9 of cups, which is like a wish come true, a dream come true. And you're like, yeah, I can see that for sure. So I love that. But let's see what else they have here. Okay, yep. All right. All right. Holy moly. So you've got 3 major arcana and 2 royals. Excuse me. So they definitely see you in a very powerful way. Someone who's very uh I don't know, not well confident, but um just strong inner strength because the first card that came out was the Queen of Fire. So they do see you as someone who's very passionate about life, a real go-getter, someone who really, just has this connection to spirit. They just, I almost feel like as they get to know you, they're like, how did you know that? And like, how do you know how I feel? Even though I put on this face of everything's fine, how do you go like, cut your BS? I know you're not feeling good. What's going on? Like how do you know that? They see that you have this very interesting you're like mystical to them. But you are a go-getter, you're passionate, they see you as you put your mind to something, you make it happen, and you're like this bright light in people's lives. And I feel like they know some of this already, but I feel it just gets heightened and heightened. We have the Hanged Man too that came out, and the what this tells me is that they see that they've witnessed that you're in this constant transformation, and that as they get to know you, they see you less as a caterpillar and they see the beautiful butterfly that you are. And I feel like I don't know if you guys knew each other before because for some reason they have these preconceived ideas of who you are. And it could be that it's just they think everyone is this and they try to fit you into a box. But if that resonates, I just feel like they've known you before maybe and you're meeting them again, or and you're not who you were back then kind of energy. It's either that or they are putting you in this box going, well, this is how all women are, or this is all who people are. And you're like going, they're realizing, oh, no, you ain't. You don't fit in that box. You have your own box all to yourself. And I like that. Because you also have here the judgment card, which is they see you here, um, you know, as someone who has um like you feel you have a calling in life, and I feel like you project that and share that, but I just feel like this is they're like, wow, you are someone with purpose. Like they're going like, wow, you're headed somewhere and you're going to be doing something so special. And I feel like they will see that eventually because that is, what's coming in there, is that you will have this going forward. Um, Queen of Fire, she's going places, and I feel like that with that they see that there. And you also have the Wheel of Fortune, which tells me that regardless of how they feel about you, this is the Wheel of Fortune tells us that whatever happens in our life does happen for us. Sometimes our human has a hard time going, "How is that for me?" But when the Wheel of Fortune comes out, it is saying that even your human is on board with how things unfold, how they feel about you and think about you. Your human side's even happy about it. It feels very fortunate. It's the tune of for you, the fortune. So I really like that too. And then the last card that had come out was the Queen of Earth, the Queen of Pentacles. So they do see you here as someone who, she's Mother Nature, Mother Nurture-ish, like a lot like the Empress, sensuality, also very nurturing though. And they see you as this person as they get to know you that even though you might come across as all this fire, all this movement, and I feel like you're not blunt, but you are strong. And I feel like sometimes strong um, people miss out on the nurturing side because they don't realize all this huge heart that's below the surface that is the source of this passion, the source of all this. But I feel like they do witness this very nurturing side, this very caring side, this huge heart that's inside, and they eventually do see that. So that is what I feel is coming through right now for you, Mia Mia. So thank you again for your donation. Said you might have a conceptual idea of you, but I'll make him change his mind. I like that. That you're laughing about it, going, "I'm gonna change his mind." And you're like, you know what? You're just gonna be you, and then their mind will change because how could it not, right?" So I love that for you. So many blessings, Mia Mia. And thank you again for your donation. All right. And love 1234. Thank you so much for your donation through PayPal. I appreciate that. And let us jump in here. I am doing well. I hope you're doing well. And give those a shuffle. And let's see. So we've got three questions. So your first question is about your brother. Is he safe on his job? Let's take a look here and see here. What does Spirit want you to know here? All right. All right. All right. And, with these first two cards coming out, with the Nine of Wands and the Hierophant, I like this because the Nine of Wands is a barrier and a shield, and this tells me that they are shielded. And I like that energy coming in here with the Nine of Wands. The Hierophant too is the soul drawing them up into seeing the truth of things. And I see this here that they are being drawn, and it's like, "I'm not stupid," which I like, which is kind of them saying, "I'm not gonna do anything stupid." And so I like that. But there is this journey that I feel that they're gonna be on. I don't feel like they're gonna be at that job for very much longer because the Hierophant also is the invitation from them soul, drawing them higher to see things from capital T truth. Who is it I want to be? What is it that I want to do, etc. And we have the death card here, which is a ending and a beginning that's coming up here, significant one. And the Eight of Wands, I feel it's going to be happening fast here. There's going to be movement where like, you know what, I'm done here. I want to go to a different um, position. And we have the King of Pentacles coming in, which is this abundant feeling here. So I feel like they're going to find a job, a career, something that is more money and more in tune for them here. And then here's the Star, which is something more in alignment, more like their dreams come true. I feel like they're adjusting their wishes on what the ideal job is. Hey, love, yeah, this is your first question. So yeah, you definitely have this I feel like they're changing positions here. So right now they're shielded, um, but yeah. So I feel like um they will be moving here very quickly into a position that's more in alignment with their dreams come true. But um well, they're not in danger. If there's any danger around them, I do feel they're shielded with that Nine of Wands. So even if there is danger around them, it's like there's this forest field. It's like being in a shark cage. Even if there's sharks swimming around, I'm in a shark cage. They can't get in here. I'm safe, you know. So I do feel safety. All right. And then question number 2. All right. So a music assistant job. All right. Let's take a look here. Put those cards back in. All right. Perfect. Awesome. Yeah. So I do see that definitely there. So perfect. All right. And so the music assistant job, based on current energies, is this going to be opening up for you? And what else do they want you to know? All right. All of those. All right. Let's see what we got here. Okay. Okay. So here's the 9 of wands here. This one, this is that there's this for this particular one, it feels like there's this block here, an energetic block, something that's keeping you from here because you got the hanged man, which is there's this transformation happening both in your life and within you that's clearing the way here. And this pause is happening for a reason. So trusting this like barrier that's keeping it from you here momentarily because you've got the 2 of air, the 2 of swords, which is closing your mind and opening your heart because there's this page of water that's coming in here, the page of cups, which is a new higher love, a new it's not like the 2 of wands, which would be a new passion. It's a new source of happiness, a new source of something that would make your heart sing though. So let's see what else came in here because yeah, because you got this here. You've got this 3 of pentacles, the 3 of earth, which is about being true to the authentic you. And the elder of water, the king of cups, which is all about balancing heart and mind. Again, the 2 of air. Close your eyes, open your heart. King of cups. Close your eyes and open your heart to something that is more true to the authentic you. And it's like there's this other dream that must be down there because you do have, like, you got the 4 of cups, which is emotional stability, but there's an ace of cups coming, which is offering you something that's more, even more fulfilling emotionally for you. The chariot is movement and victory, very much this power of choice coming in. So, when we get that power of choice, you get that a lot where it's, I get to choose what story I put to something, what emotion I choose, what energy I put, what physical action I put in. And though music, it seems like, the music assistant job feels like it's a stepping stone into getting to somewhere what you'd really want to do with your life. But I feel like the reason why there's this barrier, yeah, like I just said, yeah. It's so funny. They're answering you as you're typing it probably into your phone. Because I do feel like it's a little, but I feel like if you go too far into it because of your personality, you would like want to master it and you would extend your stay there longer than it would. And that's why they're holding it back because they really want you to see what is your ultimate dream. And um it's like if you have a direct flight, why go 2 or 3 different layovers to get to the same location? And that's the kind of energy I'm putting in here. So I don't feel like this particular one, this one feels like it has a barrier here, but it's, you know, I feel like it's a acknowledgement that you're headed where towards your dream, but you don't need to have all the layovers. You don't need to have the stops and that it's like they're showing me the difference between a butterfly and a dragonfly. Butterfly, of course, has 3 stages: caterpillar, the cocoon, chrysalis, and then butterfly. Dragonfly is larva and then dragonfly. There's no incubation, there is no, they just are this larva, and as they're the larva, they start transforming as the larva, and then suddenly they go from the water and going, "Hey, I'm gonna fly," and there they go. So, all right, you completely understand. Great. I'm glad that makes sense. And then your third question, let's see here. All right, so let's see here. Okay, very good. Let's take a look here and see. What is the outcome after this? All right, those. What else? No, not those. All right. All right, what are these? So here's your king of water, balancing your heart and your mind. And then you have the seven of fire, though. Here's that spotlight. I feel like with whatever this is going through, it does put you in that spotlight that we've been talking about for a while, right? But there is this, it does allow you to be seen and allow you to um, be recognized. And I like that. This is giving you some visibility with all of this. And you do have, this message of trust your intuition, trust the messages coming from spirit, because you've got the queen of water, queen of cups, which is very intuitive, and the eight of fire, the eight of wands, does mean that there's a lot of messages from spirit that come in the physical world, in the mental world, in a variety of different places where they're showing you and coming to you, and um, you know just all you have to do is quiet yourself and raise your love vibration, focusing on what you're grateful for. Laughter, joy, unconditional love, that's the frequency at which they speak. And so you can ask them for guidance, you can ask them for clarity, listen for the messages, watch for the messages, trust your gut and your instinct too as you go through this. But I feel like it definitely leads you into something very um, in alignment with you here, um, and more so probably to the, like you're talking about. You go, I probably should have changed my question, but yeah, I feel like it gives you the visibility. But trust your gut and instinct. If you're like, I want to do this, nah, I want to do this out of your head. Close your eyes, open your heart. Right? It's like trusting this. Yeah, this, I can see what this will, I feel like my heart is being drawn this way. Not my mind thinks, well, this is a good move. It's just my heart. What does my heart feel? Because the five of wands, the five of fire here is about a transformation and a movement from energy of fear into something loving instead. And so there's this transformation of energy that's there. And the six of cups is this childhood dream. There's like we're going back to this childlikeness with the six of cups. Again, getting into your heart and going, if your heart could do whatever it wanted, what would it want to do without, with the childlikeness, which you're a fire sign. So you have that naturally, right? You're like, yeah, that's right. And I can do this. So that's what I love about this, is that it's a, what do I have to lose and what's holding me back? And I'm excited for where I'm headed. So I like that. I like it. I like it. I like it. So hopefully that gives you your answer there. Um, but definitely it feels like a very positive move to go forward there. Boom, boom, boom. Fist bump. All right. Thanks again so much for your donation, love, and enjoy your adventures. Appreciate you. All right. And then Brenda Tejada, hello, hello. Thank you so much for your sticker. Yeah, I love 1, 2, 3, 4. It feels like it feels like it was already like you were doing it already. I was like, "Oh, yeah, so when you're where's this leading you while you're doing it?" So it does feel like you are. That's the energy I had, so alright, so thank you, right? So Brenda, thank you. I can't give your sticker some love, but I'm giving it some love right here. And thank you for your donation. And hello, hello, Aquarius energy. Kindly please do a general for today. Absolutely. All right, very good. Let's take a look here. So, Brenda. What does Spirit want you to know for today? With that, they do want this one and those three. All right. Let's see what we got here. So we've got the energy for today for you on the bottom of the deck is the Hanged Man, which is transformative and kind of hanging around. It's like a cocoon. So I feel like the energy of today does feel a bit um, reclusive, self-focused, hanging around with your higher self and your spiritual posse. And let's see what we got here. Yeah. All right. Wow. So you got quite a bit of cards here, but they kind of giving me the same types of energies combined together here because you've got the Three of Pentacles and the Elder of Fire. And the Three of Pentacles is about being true to your authentic self. And the Elder of Fire is a lot like the Emperor energy. And it's, this fire energy, this Aries energy of stepping into your authority. And I like this. I'm being true to myself and I'm making decisions for me today. And you know what? If it means I'm going to hang out by myself, I'm going to do it. I don't care what anyone else thinks. I'm going to spend time with me. And I like this because what happens with the Elder of Fire and like the Emperor is we get a lot of chatter from everyone else telling us recommendations and advice about our lives and our actions and blah blah blah. And we're like, thank you. Everyone can leave the throne room. I'm going to make some emperor decisions now, or in this case, like the king of wands, some kingly decisions. I appreciate it, but this is me. This is my life. I get to decide. And I like that because you do have the lover's card and the ace of air. This does talk about having and focusing on your relationship with your higher self. But it's also the combination of these two that came out together with the Ace of Swords is about seeing things from a higher perspective about relationships, whether it is love or like a romantic love or family or friends or whoever it is. It's about um, understanding and seeing things from a different perspective, from a higher perspective, not from a place of fear. The small t truce, which that Ace of Swords is double edged. It allows us to connect to the capital T truce rooted in unconditional love, and it helps us cut away and slice away these old opinions that we've been given throughout our life that are actually small t truce rooted in fear of rejection, fear of not being good enough, fear of losing conditional love, all that fun stuff, right? Which is represented here with the Three of Air, which is normally the disappointment and heartbreak card. And you got the Two of Air, which is closing your mind and opening your heart. And this battle that rages between the head and the heart when it comes to all of those fears that it's been taught in its life. So I feel like you are today, they're encouraging you to have some cocoon time with your higher self, question these things, and it allows you to, make these, I just know, I feel like stepping into your power here because you also have the strength card, which the strength card here is too. This is your higher self communing with your human self. And so there's this Leo energy that comes with the strength card. Usually it's a lion and a maiden, but it's Leo energy where it's getting into your heart, getting into your kind of interacting with your even your inner children, your emotional inner child and your mental inner child. It's like they're battling. And you're like, come on, let's sit down. Let's work this out. Let's connect to our higher self and let this love come in. Let's look at things from a different perspective. But I feel it is very much focused on stepping into your power because in addition to the two of air, which we showed already, you have the two of fire, which is the choice cards, right? When we have two, every moment is so simple. Our human complicates it for the sake of our journey in the beginning anyway. But every moment is either a fear of losing conditional love or of unconditional love. And we're the ones that get to choose the story. Is it fear or unconditional love? The emotion we feel, is it a lower vibration or higher vibrational emotion we wanting to feel? Our energy we're putting out and drawing things to us, like attracts like. What are we putting out and drawing towards us energetically? And then what physical actions are we taking? Is it a fear or a higher? And every moment is one or the other. Neither is right, neither is wrong. I love that. There's no pressure in making the wrong choice. We come down here purposely to feel the lower vibrational emotions so we can understand the higher vibrations more. By experiencing sadness, I understand the joy that I am. And feeling the chaos of this world, I understand what peace is. Conditional love with all its restrictions and fear of failing it, unconditional, eternal love, right? So there's no right or wrong, but I feel like this is a time of empowerment for you, Brenda, where it's taking some time with yourself, connecting higher. There's a lot of beautiful ahas and things that a lot of clarity comes for you for this. So I love this for you for today, Brenda. So hopefully that resonates. And that's what they have. So many blessings to you. And thank you again for your donation. And I'm just putting the cards back in the deck here. All right. And I believe that's the last of my donations for now. So I'm going to be on for about 45 more minutes or so. And so I'm going to start on the free readings as soon as I adjust on my chair here so I don't feel like I'm falling off. There we go. And if you do want to have your reading prioritized, a donation of any kind, I will prioritize that. And all the instructions are in the description box of the video if you want to know how to do that. So for now, we're going to scroll. And boom, boom, boom. We are starting off with Felicia Feng. Hey, Felicia, thank you so much for mentioning. I get so involved in the readings that I just forget to tell everyone thank you so much for all the thumbs up that you give the video. Something free that you can do. It shows me you're enjoying the free readings and the readings, and it helps spread the Zen love. So thank you so much for being part of the Love Tsunami, and thank you, Felicia, so much for mentioning that. So let's take a look here and see, will you join a big company with strict regulations next year? All right, let's take a look here. All right. Well, I like this here. I feel like no, not with strict regulations, because you have the six of air that came out first. And you have two sixes here, which is flow and movement, strong relationship. And the six of swords is like moving from old fears into new ways of thinking, from choppy waters to calmer waters. So I feel like you are moving into a position next year. Your job is somewhere where you feel like a partner, like where they treat you like you are a partner in the company. Like I used to work for Progressive Insurance, auto insurance, for a few decades. It's one of the few companies I ever worked for where I felt like they cared about the customer, they cared about profit and underline, and they cared about the employees. And I'm like, had never been with a company that had all three. Usually one was sacrificed, usually it was the employees. This feels like that partnership of they want to hear your advice, they want to hear your feedback, they want to make sure you know that you're appreciated. And it's a wonderful place to work. That's why I was with them for almost 20. over 20 years, I know. And so I feel like that's where you're headed for and where you're going for is somewhere that feels like appreciation. And I feel like that's an important piece there. So that's what's coming in for you, Felicia. So many blessings to you. All right. And then Gene XO, you are up next. And thank you also for the reminder about the thumbs up and hitting that like button does help the channel and makes the YouTube algorithm super excited about sharing my videos. So thank you for that. All right. You want to ask what Virgo's feelings and intentions are towards you here. All right. So I feel like their their feelings are all over the place here with this 7 of Cups, um, which is kind of like emotional confusion. They're just feeling all sorts of things, all sorts of emotions from some that have to do with you specifically, feelings of love, feelings of attraction. I feel like they like your smile, your brightness, that's in here. And so there's some emotions that stand out. Other emotions I feel like don't have anything to do with you specifically. I feel like they're old emotions, ripples from the past that just get echoed and are echoing with their interactions with you. So they're figuring things out. We also have the Ace of Air, which is telling me that they are figuring things out with the Ace of Swords because they're seeing things from a different perspective. They're gaining clarity about what they feel and think about you, and but it's changing direction with the Three of Wands. So whatever they were feeling and thinking about you before, I feel like they're getting some clarity, and they're showing me here. It's funny. When people meet me in person, for some reason, because I'm usually funny, laughing, ha ha ha. Some people think I'm kind of simple. I know. Hey, I'm just saying, not that they think I am until they get to know me because they're like, "Wow, he's laughing, he's having so much fun." To be that happy in this world, you must be dense. But it's choice that we're happy, right? But when they get to know me, they're just like, "Whoa, you're a lot deeper than I thought you were." I'm like, What does that mean?" You know? But I feel like that's what's happening there, with Eugene, that they're like, "Wow, there's so much more to you than you're so much more deep and complex and intriguing," is a word. They're like, "Wow," as they get to know you, and I feel like that's why things are changing, because they're realizing you're nothing like I was imagining. Well, not nothing like, but they're like, "You're so much more than I was imagining," is more of it. So I like that. Very interesting. So we'll see how much more you can shock them, as they get to know you more. All right. So that is what they have for you, Gene, and, hang in there, enjoy that adventure. All right. So, Alphonse, thank you so much for your donation through Z PayPal. And so I don't see a question over there. So if you have, let me just scroll up here. If you haven't posted your question, pop it down below there and I will prioritize it. Let me just scroll up here and see if. Oh, yep, you did. You said, "Good morning. You want to know, will Lisa and you ever become a romantic couple? And will the relationship grow to possibly marriage?" Ooh, let's find out. Let's see what Spirit wants you to know. I'm just going to give these a shuffle. Take a quick sip of my coffee. This is about to get interesting. All right. So let's take a look here one more time. So, first of all, will Lisa and you become a romantic couple? Let's see, based on current energies, what Spirit wants you to know. All right. So that, and then that. All right. So it's showing me two sides here. It's like a mirror. You got two cards, one card, one card, two cards, just for the visual. And then you wanted to know, will the relationship grow into possible marriage? Nope, they said not those, just one card here. Okay. you only need one card. Okay, so let's take a look here at the two in the middle here. All right. So I do see here that things do unfold and head towards a coupling here because these two in the middle show the magician who is a powerful divine masculine energy that has this wonderful power, this movement forward and really bringing things into fruition, a manifester of things. You really know your energy and whatever you focus on, grows. And I like that because the page of earth represents them. So I feel like you're very fiery and a go-getter, and this energy of the page of earth, they're very grounded and opportunities. So I feel like this is the combination between the two of you here in the middle. Let's see. Let's look at your side first. Let's see what these two are here. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I love this. So page of water, higher love and success and beauty. This here's that fieriness coming in again, but you also are able to really share your passion, which the magician is this combination of sharing your heart, sharing your passion, and doing this. And I feel like the more you just stay being true to you and shine bright and allow the more you fill up with the love inside of yourself, the more you open up the ability to give and receive love too. So I feel like as you are doing this, then there's this importance of focusing in on your own self-love too, because that does expand that. Let's see what there is going on inside of her. Yeah. So she's figuring out her emotions. She's got a lot of different emotions that are popping up between the two of you. And the Justice card here is a card of commitment. And but she's also figuring out um it's like getting rid of the expectations around life and relationships of what am I supposed to be? Who are you supposed to be? What is life supposed to be? Blah blah blah. I feel like there's this great amount of clarity that's coming in their life. I feel like with them being the page of earth, I feel like they are kind of younger in a way, that they're learning a lot about life, whether they're younger and haven't had a lot of experience or were sheltered and now they're really like seeing the world for the first time, where they might have come from a very strict or religious or spiritual type of family that was like kept them very much in a bubble, and now they're like, whoa, look at this world, and some of the stuff I was taught I don't know if I agree with anymore. I feel like there's this, they're coming into their own here, and I like this. I feel like they want you to know that, because there's this energy that's unfolding that you're kind of working on opening up your heart, your self-love is filling up and you're opening this up, and they're working on these things. But I definitely feel um, what a wonderful combination, because I feel like they look at you as this powerful magician of someone who um, knows you're very wise. It's like Merlin, the magician. You know stuff, and they see you as a wonderful guide for their life. But I do see that it does eventually roll into this because you know when I asked about the does it eventually turn into marriage, you got the 10 of Pentacles card that's coming in here, and let's see if I can get it to focus in. Well, maybe. But, the 10 of Pentacles normally has a couple on there with a child, a dog, an old man in a wheelchair, a palace, and a ton of coins, and, um, which shows about the fullness of outside life. And so that would be an affirmative for me that it does come together, into romance, and then it comes together, in this fullness, because it's one of the 4 of Wands, the 10 of Pentacles for me are like the partnership to get one, the Lover's card too. But really, um, like marriage, 10 of Pentacles and 4 of Wands for me. And you got the 10 of Pentacles. So That's when I was like, do I need another card? Like, oh nope, I don't. That's just like a yes. So I love this for you. And that's what's coming in for you, Alphonse. So just continue to work on your raising your love vibration, allowing them the space. You don't need to push anything. Just continue being that bright sun that you are, and be true to you. Be honest. Be upfront, and don't be afraid to share your emotions either, because that's important. But I feel like they're figuring things out in their life, and that might be why you might be feeling some confusion from them a little bit, because they're just like, wow, this is the world feels so new to them, which is interesting. All right. So thank you again for your donation. Enjoy your beautiful adventure there, Alphonse. All right. And Johanna Jodison, hello, hello. Thank you so much for your donation here. And let me see. Let me give it some love here. Oh, okay. Very good. And there's your question. Boom. Thank you. Uh, yeah, I see Alphonse, and that makes sense with all the emotional confusion and um yeah, and find someone more compatible. I would and I see why she's figuring stuff out. I would just encourage you to show her. Don't tell her you're different. Show her that you're different from those other people, but also yeah, but show her consistently. Focus on your self-love because there is that, and I'm sorry, Johanna, I'll be right with yours, but spirit, they do want you to look into. Um, if you haven't checked out my Take 10 with Zen video series, if you go to my main page at the very top, the playlist, it's one of those playlists. Take 10 with Zen. Look at episodes 4 and 5 because they do talk about that sun energy, that Leo energy talks about some inner child, which is this energy of it can keep things away from us, these forest fields, until our self love is balanced on the inside and we bring down these barriers. And so I feel like there's a little bit of that's why they keep on going back to focus on your self love because um, the love that you're trying to pour out, if our self love is a little smaller, no matter how much love we're trying to push out, it's just dripping out. But as we expand our self love, then this flood of love energy can go and it also drops the wall and it allows this energetic match to come in. Um, and so I like that for you. And I like this, yeah, she's doesn't trust her choices. She's trying to figure stuff out. That makes total sense with everything we talked about. And she needs people to show her who they are, not tell her and consistently over time because she's like, I can't trust all these men because she does and they just disappoint and disappoint and disappoint. And so I love this, you just being you showing that who you are and enjoying the journey, not needing it to be, it's like if I could be hang out and have friends and be an adventure partner without any expectations, you can see where it goes. And but when we have like it has to be something, then there's this pressure which just pushes people away too. It's about just being present and showing your love and showing who you are. And I like that. And you're like, no expectations, right? And then there's this because I feel like there were so many expectations from these other people that she's just like, ugh. And she doesn't feel she's working on her own worth because she goes, "You can find someone more compatible, they can work on their own worth too." But, just enjoy it. I love it. All right. Thank you, Johanna, for your being so understanding. All right, let's take a look here, Johanna. Let me just shuffle these up here. Any messages about Leon that you should know? All right. What does Spirit want you to know about Leon? Leon. All right. I do want those two. Okay. I do want that one. And that one. What's underneath? Oh, wow. Okay. So the energy underneath here, well, a lot of emotion. So the energy below, you had the 10 of cups first, which is this overflowing, um, love energy or emotions. And then you have the moon, which is very much about emotion and movement of emotion, a lot of hidden emotion, a lot of stuff bubbling below the surface, wanting to make its way, to the top. So, um, let's see what else we've got going on here. All right. So, interesting combination between the 6 of water, the 6 of cups, and the 3 of earth, the 3 of pentacles. The 3 of pentacles is a lot about being true to your authentic self, and I feel like they're wanting you to just kind of maintain and stay with this, being true to who you are and, being true to this, um, free of what everyone is saying you're supposed to be and should be, and not being afraid of losing praise or punishment or anything along those lines, right? Um, and and I feel like they're telling you that because the combination here, the 6 of water that's coming in here is about past life connections. And I feel like you have this underlying strings, that you feel this connection that goes beyond this lifetime. And you just feel like there's this draw, and I don't know what it is. Like you feel like you've known him before, maybe, and but you have in a past lifetime. And I like this, but they're saying, but still stay true to you. Just understand the connection, why it's there, but don't let that take priority over you, right? I like that energy that's coming in, and that makes sense here now with the moon because there's a lot of subconscious. That's where our Akashic records are down below, blah, 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 blah. And so that's all there. And I like that. So there is that there. The 6 of cups also, because you have got the 6 of fire right after it, which is a victory card, but equal passion. You got equal emotion with the 6 of waters, 3 cups on each side, 6 of wands, 3 wands on each side. So there is this also this mutualness about the attraction between the two that are there. So, I see that here, and I do see that they're in a big transitional time in their life here. With the 3 of wands, they have been changing direction in their life. Within the 8 of cups is that they've been, walking away from emotions that no longer serve them and relationships that no longer serve them. So they've been doing a lot of emotional transformation, and so I feel like if they've been feeling distant and feeling disconnected, and you don't feel a lot of emotion, like, flowing out, it's because it's like when you do heart surgery, you close off the heart from everything so that no one, while the heart is exposed, that anything can harm it, right? And that's a lot what they do, with heart surgery. And I like this because they're making space. They're removing things out of their heart to make space for new love, for expanded love. And I feel like that there is love there. I feel like there's interest for you and that there's this love that's there, but I feel like they're definitely going through this transformational emotions and doing that. Do you have emotion for him? Um, I mean, I definitely feel like, well, they definitely have it bubbling in there for you. Yeah. Well, yeah, you do because they were just clarifying in my head as I was looking at this. Sometimes to a fire depends on your mood. That's hilarious. but it is. It's like, ah, okay. Um, Depends if they're pissing you off or not. I'm just kidding. um, but there's this. They were showing me because that's why they wanted to specify here with the three of earth and the six of water. They go, don't let all those emotions overcome you. Um, Stay true to you. And it's like, because I feel like your heart wants to race forward. So I feel like, it's in your head, but your heart definitely wants to leap forward, especially with all that 10 of cups. That feels very mutual. And well, in the mutual, I mean, it was the six of cups, three on each side, wands, three on each side. So yeah, definitely mutual. That's there. I thought that what message was for you to know that they felt that way about you, but really it was you wanted to know if you feel that way about them. It's there, bubbling, bubbling. But that's what they have for you, Ahana. So here we go. Let's see what unfolds here. But they are in their little heart surgery right now. So that's what's coming in there. All right, so many blessings. And again, thank you for being one of my YouTube members as well. Your name is all in green with your little badge. And because of your donations, your monthly contribution, it helps me do the free readings too. So thank you so much. All right. And Ricky, hello, hello. I do see, let's see, we had one come through here on Cash App. And you said oh, yeah, and you're donating for a second one. Ah, okay, I get you. Sometimes it takes time for them to come through the Cash App system, I'm sure. So if not, I'll bring up my app in a moment here just to sometimes the emails are slower than oh, there it is. All right, boom, boom. So number one. So number one donation. Thank you for your multiple donations, Ricky. Your first question is, what are Brian's feelings towards you? All right. And then your second question is, does he does he want more with you or just a friendship? All right, let's take a look here. So, what are Brian's feelings towards you? So we'll see what's in their heart for you right now. Right. And then we will see what they want to do with these feelings. See what we got here. All right. All right. Wow. They are going through a lot. So, I do feel like they have feelings for you here. And I feel like there's someone else. You got the Three of Cups, which sometimes can be a three-party situation where I feel like they're getting over someone, but they do have this energy, this emotional love towards you. And they're figuring things out because the first card that came out was the Three of Swords, which is heartache and you know, heartbreak where they just feel it's usually like a giant heart with three swords in it. So I feel like they're getting over someone, right? Like they are, this you know, uh just very, very hurtful but betrayal type of energy. So I feel like they have had a lot there. And with the five, and they're going through a lot of change here. We've got the Five of Cups, so they're, focusing on the pain and suffering, and the Five of Wands is the fear and the lower, vibrations and stuff like that here. And so, definitely there all these fives are this transformation of their energy and of their emotions. And so they're definitely going through all that. And, that Three of Water, definitely shows that there too. I said, okay, well, there we go. Thank you for that validation there, Ricky. And they do have this here with the Justice card. They're, looking at their thoughts and their beliefs and their mindsets, and with that Ace of Swords, they're connecting and trying to see things from a higher perspective and cut away their fears and those. And so the Justice card is this balancing of thoughts and beliefs and mindsets. So they're getting over their mindsets, they're getting over their emotions, and they're working things out. So they're definitely in a process of transformation. I don't like to say healing because our heart never really is broken. We just have fears, and the fears rise, and we take their actions and non actions and words and non words of other people. And we define that among ourselves. And we're like, oh my gosh, this means I'm unworthy and a failure and blah, blah, blah. And then we begin to question those thoughts and beliefs and go, how is my worth defined by them? And I feel like this is a big with those fives, two fives is a huge time of transformation about all of that, which I like. So, but they do have emotion here. That three of water did show me that. And let me take a look here at your second question here. Thank you for your double donations here. Um, what do they want? Do they want more with you right now? And we'll do with right now. And then let's say, what about the future? And this is from their standpoint. We're getting into their brain and their okay, so the first two are their brain, the second two are their heart, and then the other two are from spirit going, you know, what what do they see based on current energies unfolding, right? Because it's like he doesn't know what he's thinking anyway. I like the energy on the bottom here because you do have the seven of pentacles, which is the last thing that grows on the fruit tree is the fruit. So there is this progression there. And there is also the seven of swords. So these obstacles are what's kind of keeping it moving slow here. Okay, very good. um, hey Tammy, I will be on tomorrow. What today, Saturday? Yeah, Sundays I'm on at 11 a.m. Mountain Time in the morning, and I'll be on this evening too at 6 p.m. Mountain Time as well. So let's see here. So in their mind, they do see here because there's this safety here with this Four of Pentacles. It's like their inner child. They feel safe. You make it feel like home. So I like this. And the Queen of Fire, as they see you as someone who's very passionate and going in a bright. It's like you're a bright light in their life, and you make them feel safe. And this is in their mind. They're going, I like that. You create this place of where they could vent, where they could. I feel like they're just like blah blah blah, and they're like, thank you for being this safe space for it, right? And the Queen of Fire, they do see you as this bright light in their life, someone who's go-getter and all that, and they're like, "Okay," and passionate, um, very energetic in life. I feel like you're very joyful in that you know, you, you're just like this upbeat, not that you're a Pollyanna, but you choose to laugh. You'd rather laugh than cry. You're like, "We've cried enough. Let's laugh." I feel like you're this source of joy for him, but a source of safety too. So I like that. And their heart, that makes sense that their heart here is Seven of Cups, emotional confusion. So they've got a lot of different emotions. Their emotions aren't their heart isn't like, I don't know, possibility, I don't know. A lot of confusion in there still. Eventually, here with the Elder of Fire, the King of Wands, they will they'll um, take control of their emotions eventually, and they know that. So it's kind of still undecided with their heart. They're still in this huge. Um, they're just confused in mind and heart, which is makes sense with all the change and everything that's going. But I feel like eventually, with all these emotions flowing over the place, they're gonna like, all right, enough. What they're showing me, which is funny. Spirit speaks to me in movies because I used to watch a ton of movies. I still watch movies, but there's one of the Harry Potter ones when all they there was like a cage with all these little blue fairies in it, and they escaped and they're flying all over the place, and they're causing havoc and everything. And finally, I think it was Hermione. She was like blah blah blah, and it like froze them all. And I feel like that's what they're eventually going to do. So you can tell it gives you anxiety. What are you fearing? That's a good, opportunity for you there too. Well, your relationship does take a different course than you had planned here with the 3 of Wands. And the High Priestess, this is trusting your gut and your intuition, the connection here with the High Priestess. Things will happen. In the High Priestesses, like, each of you was on your own journey here. And, it's beautiful because there is this unfolding and transformation that's happening within each of you. Both of you are like in your high priestess temples, connecting upward, looking behind the veil, diving into your emotions, and transforming that, as well there. So, I like it. I like it. It's and that sevens is all about timing. Sure, yeah. I have. I'm going to be on for about 10 more minutes. So yeah, you can definitely um, donate again if you would like there, and we'll be able to get it in this one. And for everyone else, the generally what I will do because I usually the morning sessions I get a lot of donations, which is what keeps me alive and going here. Otherwise, I'd be, I know, doing a full time job, and I wouldn't have any energy left over to do anything like most of you, right? So the donations are what keep me going. But I will come back on. After this, I'm going to do my praying mantis member session, which will be about an hour or so, and then I'm going to eat, and then I'll be back on later this afternoon to finish out the free readings, and then I will be back this evening too, at 6 p.m. Mountain Time, and tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Mountain Time. And for all of those who did not see at the beginning, I did put out some a we've got these winter summer solstice pick a cards available, which actually breaks out by each individual zodiac sign to a theme for each within the 3 month period. And I also include the planets that a little printout um, on the screen, also in the description box of the video, each of the planets that and what they rule over. So if you know your birth chart, you can like look at like um, Capricorn energy is like work and action. And so, what about work is happening? Whatever your, if Capricorn appears in your chart somewhere, or I mean, Saturn appears, where does your Saturn appear? That type of thing too. So, that is cool. And then, speaking of Capricorn, happy Capricorn, happy birthday to all you Capricorns. This is a pick a card for Capricorn season, which actually is also on December 21st. The winter solstice, summer solstice is the indication here of moving into Capricorn season. And for you Capricorn sun babies, there's a special bonus reading, which gives you a 3 month forecast. So be sure to check that out. And if you guys haven't checked out the monthly readings, not monthly readings, my monthly drawing, this talks about the winners of November. And then also it talks about an opportunity to win a 30-minute past life reading because, yes, I'm offering past life readings. Here's the announcement of what comes with a past life reading, and they're half off too between now and the end of the year. So if you're interested in any of those, check those out. All right. So thank you, Ricky. I did see why you have, let's see here. It looks like you had 2 more donations come through. All right. So we will finish up with yours, and then I'll screenshot everything when I come back later this afternoon. I will, I will, you know, um, perform those in order as they came, first come, first serve. And I will put a comment in that new video too. I'll talk about that before I head off here. All right. So thank you for your multiple donations, Ricky. Appreciate that. So number 3 was, why is he putting pressure on you to go to Arizona to see him for Christmas? All right. Oh, okay. Let's take a look here. What is What's the pressure, man? Let's see here. Okay. And then thank you. And I see your fourth question. All right, let's take a look here. Oh, okay. All right. When we have the Nine of Cups, which is emotional dreams come true, and the Knight of Water, which is movement of emotion as well. So I like this. I mean, we've got also here the Four of Earth, which is that feeling of safety and feeling there. And there's a lot of joy. I mean, they're like, I feel like you bring so much joy and light and brightness that's just like for some reason this Christmas feels like it's a real downer for them. I'm not sure if it's the first Christmas they're being alone and they see you as a beautiful source of emotion and flowingness here. And, the elder of water, which is the king of cups, balancing of heart and mind. So I feel like they have a lot of this coming in here. He's Aqua Sun, Moon Cancer, and your Pisces Sun, Aquarius Moon. Well, I'm a Aquarius Sun, Pisces Moon. I get ya. We're and they're Aquarius Sun, Cancer Moon. So I understand them too because Aquarius Sun with those moon. So I love that yeah, your emotions are very different and weird, but very organized in a way, contained. And but you're Pisces, you see the world very differently, very dreamy. And that's yeah, I can see why you do get each other very well. I love that. Yeah, the Elder of Water, this balancing of heart and mind coming in. You got the Ten of Earth too, this feeling of fullness and wholeness and completeness here. So I do feel like they're getting to this point they want to see you. I quite honestly here, Rick, I kind of feel like they're getting to the point where they do see you as more more of a partner than a friend, and I feel like they are seeing you more in that all this water energy, they're wanting to express some emotion. So I definitely see this here, and again, that feeling of safety and this fullness that you bring into their life, your beautiful reflection, and you definitely get them here too, so I see that here. Let's see here. So you want to know number 4. Is he putting love spells on you? He does them for a living, and he's indicated he does it to me, but says he's playing. Like, I want to be sure if he is or not. Oh, well, we can definitely. But no one can do curses. No one can do love spells. You know, the only influence we can have on each other is we can make it easier or harder for people to choose fear or unconditional love. We are empowered where we're the ones that get to choose what emotion we feel in each moment, what story we're applying to a situation, what energy we're putting forward, what you know physical actions we take in the outside world. And so we can make it easier or harder. Like if someone comes up to me and tells me they put a love spell on me, if I want to love them, then the love spell will work because it's my energy. But if and it's not really the spell that's working, it's my energy growing what I'm focusing on, right? Because like attracts like, whatever I focus on is what grows in expense. Same thing as people can't put a curse on me. People come to me and go, I put a curse on you, you're going to get sick. If I don't believe it and I'm all whatever, I'm not going to get impacted by it. But if I, of my own sense of fear is, oh my gosh, they put a curse on me and I believe it works and I'm going to get sick. I'm going to get sick. Oh my God, I'm going to get sick. It's my energy going, hey, I'd like to get sick. And the universe going, all right, if you want to, here it is. Blah, you know. So they can't do it on us. They can't make us feel anything. But we'll see if they're trying, because if that's their energy of putting it forward. Yeah. Yeah, love spells don't work anyway. That's funny. Um, you know, we've got the 9 of wands, which, with the 9 of wands, sorry, let me stop these ads. There we go. With the 9 of wands, here's the shield, this barrier, which tells me like nothing can get through our own force fields. We have all this shield of my decisions are what are going out, and people can't. People can influence us, but ultimately we make our own decisions, right? No one can make me feel sad or mad or happy or whatever. That's my job. You had the Four of Water, which is emotional stability, and the Page of Earth. So I kind of feel like they do with this Page of Earth and this Four of Water. This feels like they kind of do. I feel like something that's um what you might tell him this is try casting a spell upon yourself rather than a spell upon me. Cast it upon yourself that the perfect partner will come into your life, and if it's me, then we'll be drawn together. And if it's not me, then that person will come to you. But don't cast a spell upon me because I'm rubber and you're glue. Whatever you cast will bounce off of me and stick to you. That's funny, but definitely, um, I feel like they're wanting to spend more time with you and energy with you because they want to see you in person and they want to see if all these emotions and stuff are um, as real in person as it is from a distance, right? So I like this. Yeah, and that's all right. You have nothing to fear. The anxiety is your fears, right? And so you can look at your anxiety and say, what am I fearing? And go, am I afraid I'll lose him if I don't accept him? Well, whoever's meant for you will not pass you by. And if you're like, I need to go slower, you know, we can see where this goes, but it needs to go slow. You need to put on the cool your jets, mister. And if they're like, well, then if I can't have you, I don't want you ever. You're like, all right, thank you, bye bye. you know, done and done. Problem solved. But I like this for you here. Yeah, you get to be you, and they'll love you for who you are. You get to do you, right? I get to be me. They get to be them, and if they want to be obsessive, whatever, go right ahead. You do you, but just know this is where I'm at, and I'm giving you what I'm able to give you right now. And I can't make it at Christmas. I'm like overwhelmed, and you don't want me to come down there overwhelmed because I'm going to be um not the person who I normally am, because I'll be stressed out. So how about instead we plan to get together later? But you get to ask for what you want, right? All right. I like that for you, Ricky. Very good. All right. All right. I actually, Sunil, I will eventually answer you, Sunil, but I am going to have to be leaving here to go to my praying mantis session. And Barb, I'm so sorry, I'm not going to be able to get to you right now, but you will be first when I come back this afternoon um, to complete out the session here. I just am to the last minute here, and so I need to. I'm going to give your donation some love, but I will return. You will be first because of your donation, and then all the other free readings that I did not get to, which we had left off. Let's see, Starfall. You were going to be the first up because we'd left off with Jean. So I'm going to take screenshots here. So Starfall will be the first free reading after Barb. And thank you guys for all your patience in doing this. Like I said, it's how I make my food living is um, through these and through these donations and through all my other services. So if you're interested in purchasing any of my services, I still have half off a lot of them until the end of the year. All that information is in the description box of the video. Plus, if you want to check out any of my pick a card readings, they're all free. They're on the main page of my site, and I have some playlists split out to make it easier to find things about love and abundance and different things like that. So be sure to check those out. Those are all free as well. And then, like I said, I'm going to go to my praying mantis session here in a few seconds, and then I shall return this evening as well at 6 p.m. Mountain Time and tomorrow morning, 11 a.m. Mountain Time. So I'm just making sure I'm not skipping anyone here. All right. Okay, right here. There's your Sunil. All right. So I captured them all. Yay. All right, everybody. Thank you again for all the thumbs up you give the video. It does help spread the Zen love, and for all the donations, all your love and support. I truly, truly appreciate you guys and your thirst you have to hear from Spirit. And remember, as you're going throughout each and every second of every day of your life, you are unconditionally loved by the Mother and the Father of all things. And of course, I love you guys too. So until I see you again, much love to you. Have a great rest of your day or night, wherever you're out in the world, and we'll see you soon. Till then, much love, and you guys take care. You're welcome, Ricky.